Cheng. Yan din ang pinalitan naman dito sa Galleries after sticking with MNAS yesterday. Perez, who just had a great dig there, is starting for the Highrisers.
Cheng sets it up to the middle, and Dacoron scores the first points for Petro Gazz.
Janelle Cheng getting an early advantage from her middle in Dacoron. Let's take a look at that again. Good connection. Yan naman, no? Hindi na mapagkakaila. Janelle Cheng, really one of the actors.
Sabete now serving for Petro Gazz. Perez sets it up to Jimenez, who's checked by Pablo. Perez activates the middle. No go that time. Myla swings. And that is checked at the net. Maizo Pontillas. Long rally here early on in the first set as Pablo checks that one. And Dacoron with back-to-back points for Petro Gazz.
And safe to say, gising na ang Angels dahil yesterday nga, it was such a frustrating loss. 5 sets against the young next-led squad, but they only had a very short time to,
Sabete still at the service line with a good serve right there. Encarnacion rolls it over off the hands of Cheng, and Galeries scores their first points of the match.
They needed to stop the bleeding.
Encarnacion with the serve, targeting Barbon. Cheng to Myla. This will be a free ball for Galeries. Ivy checks her blockers. What an attack by Pelaga. Another free ball. Ivy goes to Ronquillo. Sabete there to defend. And Dacoron adjusts. And this is a hot start for Joy. Dacoron now serving for Petro Gazz. They lead 4-1. Perez goes to Pelaga. Myla unable to save that one. Scores for Galeries.
Pelaga finding that.
And now in front, we have Asis and Musa. Pablo cross court.
Classic Myla Pablo.
So here in Jean's second game, let's tune into how the story of this rookie unfolds, Miguel Anela.
Thank you for that report, Jana. Pablo pushes it over to the other side. Ivy goes to Ronquillo, and she gets that point off the hands of the Petro Gazz blockers.
Ronquillo
Serving for Galeries. That's a good serve. Barbon was there. Cheng goes to Musa, and this time gets it to go.
This is the clear players in this generation. One of the last Filipinas players in Jules.
Encarnacion rolls it to the other side. Straight to the net. Cheng goes to Sabete. Check! And Jimenez loves that block.
Of Galleries just doing a good job at closing those blocks.
Full front line for the Galeries right now with Ivy Perez serving. Ivy goes to Isa. Ooh, this will be a free ball for Galeries. Perez chooses Isa again, who pushes it smartly at the back of the court.
Talagang nagtuloy-tuloy na. And right now, just playing confident here against a veteran Petro Gazz.
It's been a game of runs. Petro Gazz now trails 10-9 as Isa looks to extend that lead to 2.
So ito rin yung gusto mo sa mga generation of players ngayon. Very versatile na.
Yes, that's right. And you mentioned Bedanya drafted as a middle, playing as a wing spiker yesterday. Coach Lerma also doing the same for Julio Coronel. Sometimes a setter, sometimes a spiker. Now here's a long rally here in this match. Underhand set. Goes to Encarnacion off the hands of Pablo. And Galeries is building on their lead.
Encarnacion really making sure she gets that point using the hands of the blockers, and even got a check from Perez. Batangueña.
Babad na si Ivy sa service line dito. Cheng Sabete stops the bleeding for Petro Gazz.
And that's how you want to do.
They trail by 2. Perez. Back set to Jimenez, who had to adjust. Dacoron. Cheng. Pablo with a drop. Good read there by Ivy. Cheng goes to Dacoron, and this time she's checked at the net. But quickly bounces back, converting on that regalo. Yeah, hold a 2-point lead over Petro Gazz. Cheng, back set. And Maizo Pontillas finds a way to score for Petro Gazz. Pelaga, the other middle of Galeries, now serving. A good serve. Sabete sends it to the other side. Asis looking for her first points of the match. Not yet. And Myla finds a way.
At saka, even may team na makalamang ng 2-3, ang bilis lang mahabol.
That's right. Ivy goes to Asis. Off the hands of the blockers. And there goes point number 1.
Just imagine that those blockers.
Up by Sabete. Pablo off the hands of Ivy Perez, scoring for Petro Gazz. Is sent out. Yamzon serving for Petro Gazz.
Well, we have our featured player earlier.
Asis with a run. Back-to-back points for Asis.
Asis and Jewel Encarnacion, yesterday's top scorers for their squad here in the front row.
Ronquillo with a good serve. Chisait goes to Sabete. Off the hands of Ivy Perez. Exposure to all of your players early on, di ba? Lalo na sa mga rookies natin dito sa PVL. What a combination play by Encarnacion, but good defense from Petro Gazz. Ball is still alive. Saet goes to Sabete. Checked at the net. Off the hands of the blockers. Point for Petro Gazz.
Allowing them to score even further, like that of Julian Encarnacion's last point.
Asis with a good serve. This will be a free ball. Let's see who Ivy goes to. Sets it up. Combination to Encarnacion in the middle. Pushes it back. Barbon goes to Adolfo. Checked at the net. Good save by Ronquillo. Let's see who Chisait goes to this time. Goes back to Adolfo. Another long rally. Perez takes matters into her own hands. For the top 4 teams, the semi-finalists are on tour as Cheng re-announces her entry with her first ace of the match. Napakarami na. We already have 11, partner.
Look at that!
But then, parang ayaw na ni Ivy na magkaroon tayo ng tie dito.
The playmakers really making such a huge impact here in set 1 for both teams. As we see Myla Pablo makes a return here.
5 lead changes on 11 deadlocks. Set 1 pa lang po tayo dito sa Batangas City.
And this is the kind of treat that our kababayans from Batangas are enjoying right now.
Another good serve from Ivy. Pontillas checked at the net.
And the younger squad of the Galeries Tower Highrisers doing a seesaw battle between the two teams.
That's right, Ivy Perez. Another good run here at the service line. Sabete outside. Is there a check? Wala. And that's...
Okay, they are gonna save us some minutes there.
Sabete with the serve. Pelaga checked at the net. Pablo sends us over. Jimenez off the hands of Myla. This time, scores against Isa. Mela 22-22. Sabete serving. Perez goes to Encarnacion. A nice push there by Baliton.
Effort at this most crucial part of the set for Galeries. And she did the exact opposite. Handing the set 1 win to Petro Gazz, 25-.